Welcome back to Just Another Angler. We're in the van, means we're going fishing, yes. Well, we won't be going to the mystery lake. It was a bit hit and miss. 1 minute he said it was fish boil. He then sent me some photos, and in my eyes it wasn't fishable at all. It wasn't really safe. You had the platform for your rods, but you had nowhere to put your bivvy. It was all underwater by at least a foot. So that might be that scrap for this winter of going down there. I'll definitely go fish it at some point, but I think this winter, as soon as we get some rain, it's just going to flood again. So I think I'm going to focus on my own Lake Harriers this winter and the island fisheries. Now and then I might do one trip, once a month maybe, to Islands Fishery. But that's where we're off to today. I have got my mate Steve coming with me. He's actually my head bailiff for Harriers. He's just as gutted as I am about the mystery lake, but it's what happens. Can't control the weather. So yeah, he's coming with me. You probably won't see him on film and on the camera because little camera shy. He doesn't do all that sort of stuff. So I'll put up pictures. If he catches anything, I'll put up stills of him holding the fish to show you, but he won't be actually on camera talking. It'll just be me. So yeah, after last time I got a few things that I'm going to change because it obviously didn't work for me last time. I did change things up a little bit, but this time I'm coming prepared, and I won't let it all slip now. I'll wait until we're on the bank and then we'll go from there. So I'm just waiting for him to turn up at mine and then we'll go. Speak to you in a bit. Let's get those bobbins bouncing. So we're on the road, let's go. Steve just turned up at mine, so now we're off. So let's get those bobbins bouncing. I'll see you when I get to the fishery. So, we're nearly there now. It's literally just down the road here. So I'll get everything set up and then I'll give you an update of how I'm approaching it this time. But let's get those bobbins bouncing, shall we? So, welcome to Just Another Angler. I had to get the rods out quick. You can hear it's absolutely pissing it down. So we're going to go through maybe tomorrow. Hopefully it's going to be dry tomorrow, and then I can show you roughly what I'm using and how I'm going about it. I have put one out with a baiting pole, and then a baiting pole didn't quite reach the other two spots, so I need some extra extension poles. So that'll be on the old want list. But so I used Steve's bait boat to get me out to the other two spots. It's looking good. There was a bit of fizzing and 2 fish showed when I turned up, so there is fish here. I had a good chat with the owner, talking about fish and stuff like that, because he has a fish farm, so with me having a fishery and that, it's good contact to have. But yeah, and from what he said is that nothing came out on the weekend. So fingers crossed they for the 3 nights they turn on the feed. Let's not have a repeat of last time. So all I'm doing is, I'll tell you a little secret. It's not a secret, but I've changed things around. So I've gone on to a softer, uncoated braid, solid bags. But I'm using the baiting pole and the bait coat to take it out rather than casting it. I've also brought a bit of particle with me. But on the rig end, for bait wise, 2 of them have got 10mm pop-ups with some maggots on the top. The other one's got a wafter with maggots. just to try and nick a bite with small baits, and with the maggots there wriggling about, I'm hoping that indicates some feeding. And I haven't put out loads, I've only put out a little this bit, put the solid bag out, and then maybe a handful of my mix, which I'll show you as well tomorrow. But yeah, I'm glad I got the rods out before this started. So I'll leave it at that. But if I get anything tonight, and if the rain stops, then I can get the camera equipment out then and show you whereabouts I'm fishing, etc. But if not, and I don't get anything, I'll see you in the morning. Let's get these bobbins bouncing. So nothing to report just yet. I did have a liner last night, pulled right up and then went straight back down again. Might have been an aborted take, but how I see that is there's fish in the area. There's been a few bubbles coming up, nothing major. I haven't really seen anything this morning. I heard a few last night, but not as many as there was last time I was here. So we'll redo the rods in a minute. And keep watching, see what happens. I'm not going to change anything up. I'm just going to stick with what I'm doing with maggots and the pop-ups and wafters with solid bags, taking them out with a bait and pole and the bait boat. So let's put the kettle on, have a cup of tea, and get things ready to redo the rods. Let's get these bobbins bouncing. So, seeing about the mix I'm using. So that there consists of maize, maples, tears, rock salt, and the amino black from Census. So some powder there, just thicken it up, bulk it out, and then some mini mix pellets and chops and crumb. That's literally it, my mix. Oh, and I forgot to add antigonate extract. Can't be without that. I love using that stuff. Just that sweet aroma. And what fish doesn't like tiger nuts? So I'd rather use it in liquid form. So yeah, that's my mix. Hopefully the fish get on it. Everywhere I've taken it before, it seemed to have done well. So because it's all small little bits. It's alright, my mate Robin's just popped in to say hello. He just took it out of my hand. That's brilliant. But yeah, fish a 10mm pop up with maggots on the top over the top of this, and hopefully the first thing they take is the maggots. So yeah, just thought I'd show you. Let's redo these rods. Right guys, welcome back. I have caught, not exactly what I wanted, but stunning nonetheless. So I've had a 4-pound tench. So I thought I'd show you. So just means my rigs are working, the bait's working, the tactics are working. First fish from Islands Fishery. Maybe not a carp, but first fish nonetheless, and saves a blank. I love tench. Right, let's get it back, get the rod back out, and hopefully next one will be a carp. Let's get these bobbins Right, morning. Just thought I'd show you while I'm redoing the rods how I'm fishing it. Didn't get anything last night. Right, so I've got a 10mm, don't know if you can see that, 10mm yellow popper, down to a size 4, blowback style with a rig ring. Bit of shrink tube just to give it a kicker, strip it back so it's got some movement. Oh sorry, this ain't on a coated braid, sorry, this is for my solid backs. So this is on 30-pound armour cord, because I wanted it to be soft, but I also want it to be stiff enough to kick away. And then it's just tied to a ring swivel, to a BZS non-toxic, with tail rubber and tubing as per rules. As you know, usually I just go straight through with my inlines, but always got to stick to the rules, so they say tubing. So yeah, it's as simple as that. So with the 10mm popper, I'm tying maggots to the top with a bit of cotton, probably about 20 maggots, and it sits perfectly inside a solid bag of my mix, and then baiting poling it out to the spot. So very simple. It caught me a tench. Not the fish we're after, but it caught me a tench. So the rig's working. Just gotta hope Mr. Carpy comes along and has a nibble as well. Right, let's get this one set up. I'll see you in a bit. Let's get these bobbins bouncing. Cheers. Nothing to report yet, but I thought I'd do a check-in. Did just have a fish show right over near my spot, and I did have a pull up on that rod, so I could have been done, but there's fish here again now. I've seen them, I know they're there, so it's just a matter of time. I have been quiet over this session. I suffer with headaches quite bad. I literally only just got rid of one. Luckily I took tablets this time quicker. Last time I was here I was really ill with it. I had a migraine, but I caught it just before it got bad, so hopefully that's got rid of that then, and I won't have to deal with that. Now I can focus on the fishing. But from what I can hear around the lake, they have started showing again. I've had a few fish top. Like I said, I've had that one top near me. So they're on the move. This whole session's been a bit weird because last time I was here they were showing everywhere. And there's not been much showing this time. I don't know if it's because it's cold, because it is cold. But fingers crossed going into the last night. They get on it. Right, I'll leave it at that and let you know if I get any more. Let's get those bobbins bouncing. Guys, just an update. So I had a small little carp. I'll put up a photo of just it in the net. I let it go again, about £6. So I've had a carp in the tent, so I haven't blanked, so it's better than last time. I've still got, what's the time now? It is 8:45, so I've got until 12. But to be quite honest, it's got very cold. My baiting pole is completely white, my bivvy's white on the outside, and they forecast snow around 9 o'clock, so any time from now onwards it might snow. So I'm going to get everything together, ready to go at 12, but fingers crossed you might just nick one more. If we don't, we don't. I haven't blanked, so that's that. So that little tweak that I've done for this session, it's definitely paid off. Flipping to the maggots and small hook baits on a softer uncoated braid, fishing solid bags with a mix of small items. I didn't feed any whole boilies, nothing. It was all crumbed up into the mix. So that might have been the reason why I've caught 2 small fish. I caught tench and that small carp because of the smaller stuff, but this time of year I like to use smaller particle bits, little bits and pieces, just to try and nick a bite. And it certainly nicked a bite. So there's always next time for one of the better fish, but like I've said before, it's not always about big fish for me. That common is going to be one hell of a fish for the future. The shoulders on it was ridiculous. I wish I turned it sideways now in the net and took a picture of it sideways so you could have seen how deep it was and everything. It's going to be a one hell of a fish. But yeah, and the picture of the tench and the video didn't do the tench any justice for its coloration. It was mental. There's all those little bits and pieces that I enjoy. It's like I've had a robin the whole time I've been here. I've been feeding it by hand. I've been watching the kingfisher hunting, and it's been way more successful than me. That's why he's the king of the pond. But yeah, no, it has been good. Been watching all the wildlife, and it's just good to be on the bank again. Right. If you don't hear from me after, it means I haven't caught anything else. I'm going to start packing up now, getting bits and stuff together, ready to get home, because I got my 3 kids later while the missus is at work, so it's about time I did daddy duties, because I've been away for 3 nights. That's life. It was good of her to say I could come out, to be honest. Oh, there's the snow. I've just seen the first few flakes of snow. Oh dear. Right. Trying to get myself pumped because it's freezing cold to try and pack up. Pack up's always the hardest. But anyway, guys, tight lines, be safe, get those bobbins bouncing. See you on the flip side. So that's the end of the trip. No more came about. My hands are freaking killing me. It's so cold, absolutely cold. But that's the end of the trip. So I'll get home, have a shower, change clothes, get warmed up, spend some time with kids, and then later on tonight I'll edit this video. And then I'll get it up onto YouTube for all of you to see. But like I said, this is just a diary of my fishing. It's not anything to teach you anything new or anything like that, but if you take stuff from it, you take stuff from it. It's just so I can keep track of my fishing and see how it's evolving. So thank you for watching Just Another Angler. Let's get those bobbins bouncing and see you on the bank soon. Cheers.